Excel 2016, Module 5, Part 10. We're going to create a second pivot table in this segment utilizing the recommended pivot tables option. So what I need you to do is get back into your June workbook. I would like you to go to the sales data worksheet. This should be where your June table is located. You want to make sure this is in fact a table so that you see the table design. You also want to make sure that there are no filters that are filtering your data. So if there are filters, come in here and clear the filters or select all to make sure that your data is there. The next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to use that table as the starting point for our pivot table. So we are going to choose the Insert button, and we're going to insert recommended pivot tables. Now some people say, I'm not sure how to set up my pivot tables. I don't know what to do with it. So one of the things that you can do is utilize this recommended pivot tables button, and it will bring up several options for you. We want to select the one that says sum of amount by day. So let's see, sum of amount by day. The sixth one down, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to make this a little larger so we can see it easier. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not going to be it. I think it is this one. No, it's this one. Sum of amount by day. And it doesn't have anything else after it. Say OK. And notice it automatically creates this workbook for you, or this pivot table for you. We're going to go ahead and rename this Pivot 2. We're going to change the sum of the values here. We're going to click the drop down arrow and choose Value Field Settings. I'm going to change the number formatting here. And remember, this is where we need to use the number formatting so that anytime the numbers move, the formatting will move with them. So you're going to choose number formatting, and we're going to choose currency and click OK. Then we're going to click OK. On the ribbon, we're going to go to the Design tab, and we are going to choose a style. We're going to use medium 14. Oh, and they want us to use a different name, so we could rename this worksheet Daily Sales Pivot Table. So you can see it's very easy to create a pivot table from one of the recommended lists because they automatically build it for you, and then all you have to do is a little styling. Now let's say I wanted to take this and turn the information into a pivot chart. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Analyze tab, and you're going to find the button that says Pivot Chart. Once you get that open, you're going to choose the type of chart that you want to have. Most of these are going to be very similar to what we did in the regular charting, but there are a couple of differences in working with pivot charts that we'll look at in a moment. So we're going to start out with a clustered column. Notice we have two of the three buttons. We have the chart elements, we have the styling. The filter button is gone because we will filter in a different way. So let's look at our elements. We're going to click on Legend. So we don't need that legend to be there anymore. We're going to click on the title. It doesn't need to read total. It's going to read sales by day. And then we might want to pick colors. Since everything else we've been doing was green, we're going to come over here to this color, and we're going to pick color 4. So now we have the green look that matches our green in our pivot table. Notice we could move our chart the same way we did the other charts. You could do any of the other formatting that we did on the charting chapter when we covered Module 4. So if we wanted to try to filter, we could click on the day, and we could use the filter arrows here. So if I turn Saturday off, now the rest of the week is showing in both the pivot table and in my chart. I can select all. Now let's say I wanted to add a slicer. So I could insert a slicer for the day. I'm going to move my slicer over here And the only thing I'm going to change about it this time is the color, so it looks like it matches. So let's say I wanted to see Saturday. Notice my slicer now will update both the chart as well as the pivot table. So that is your difference with your pivot tables and your pivot charts, is that the filtering options are down here, not over here. And you can add a slicer to allow you to select what you're going to look at in both at the same time. That concludes working with our Excel tables and our pivot tables. Let's go ahead and save our work, and that concludes Module 5.